Morning, guys. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training. About 6:30 in the morning. Saturday morning, we're heading out to our police scenario group. I've got all the puppies, all three of them with me. I've got Eros with me, and I've got Joker with me. So it's going to be a little bit of work. Got to get them all out of the car, go take them for a potty break, that kind of thing. But the biggest thing that I'm looking for here is with the puppies was all that saturation of dogs, because they have three classes: beginning, intermediate, and advanced. And there's probably about 30, 40 people with it when it gets busy on certain weekends, certain times. You'll have a full crowd out there. And it's puppy season right now, so a lot of people are showing up with puppies. I was out there last weekend and they had all kinds of puppies. So that's what we're up to today. Looks like Diana's already gone, and we've got a big flurry yesterday. For whatever reason, I had like 3 or 4 people calling me in, Facebook type of queries, and there's a lot of interest in DOG. And all I can say is, if you're really serious about getting a dog and you think you're qualified to handle a Dutch Shepherd, and you get through my basic getting to know you and making sure that you're a qualified individual, and that means working dog people. And I've got one on the string right now that's really heavy talking to me, but talk is cheap, is like we could say in the industry, in the dog world anyway. Things are very emotional. You know, it's just like anything you want. You want a new toy, right? And you go out and you get interested, and then you go home, you sleep about it, you think about your other bills and your other obligations, and you roll over, and the next day you say, I'm not interested, thank you, or you back out of the deal. It happens all the time. That's one of the reasons we ask for a deposit. So if you're interested, realize that there is about anywhere from 3 to 5 people that have been bugging the heck out of me. Nobody's really popped with a deposit yet. The first person in with a deposit is going to hold the dog, and the dog is going to be released on the 17th, okay? Because I want to keep going with the imprint. DOG right now needs a lot more agility and a lot more environmental. So this next week, I'm going to be going hot and heavy on him. If you're out of the area and I've got to ship the dog for you, that kind of thing, we got to make sure we get a health certificate for him, and a crate if he's going to be shipping on a plane. So you got to have some, put your ducks in a row and start thinking what your costs are going to be. That all gets forwarded to you. I don't pay for the crate, and I don't pay for the shipping. I will get him to the airport, and I will pay you and charge you a small fee to be able to handle that. I think I charge like $150. I got to go to the vet. That costs me a day. That's on the opposite side. And then I've got to go to the LAX, which is about an hour and a half drive. So that's like 3 hours round trip. I always like to say it's 3 hours of my life that I'll never get back. But we'll go over that if you're really serious. So if you're interested in DOG, get a hold of me. I'll have some more videos coming out as I get him out this week and start really doing the environmental. Diana, as usual, is kicking ass and taking names. She's Miss Spunky, and she's already spoken for, and she goes out already. He hasn't booked the flight, but she's on her way out. And then we've got also, keep in mind, we've also got Lucifer. And Lucifer's a good dog. Don't get me wrong. I haven't been highlighting him that much, but he's more family-oriented, be good for personal protection, probably could be worked into the street. He's a little bit less typey, meaning the other ones are really drop-dead gorgeous, very typey Dutch Shepherds, Diana and DOG. And Lucifer just came out with those long bat ears, right? So meaning his head's got to grow into his ears. He's kind of a little bit of an ugly duckling in that respect, but he's got a lot of good attributes. The things I like about him the most is he's a lover. He wants to get in and cuddle with you, and he's a little bit more, I don't want to say sedate, but just a little bit more even keel is a better way of saying it. He'd probably make a good family personal protection dog, but he's still a Dutchie, so he's still going to be a challenge. If you haven't had one, and if you've wanted one and you've got other dogs under your belt, you've had other animals, then you qualify. So just let me know your experience and where your head's at. And one gentleman that's interested in DOG is a working dog person that knows his stuff. How do you know that? The conversation comes back about asking about nerve and energy levels and all kinds of stuff that he's asking about that are very common questions that you would ask about a dog if you were interested in it. Nerve is important. So a lot of what he's asking about is because he's looking at things that don't happen until the dog matures more. Remember, this is just a baby, right? He's just a baby. He's got to mature. So that being the case, he was asking me yesterday, where's the aggression coming from as far as him? Is it real? Do you think it's, he's real serious behind it? As a puppy, he's not serious, but he's instinctively aware of. When I had a video I put out where Tino was walking back by the back fence, and he right away alerted, and then that just got lucky in that film. He lifted his leg, and so these little things, lifting his leg. He doesn't lift his leg all the time. He squats most of the time, but when they go into this instinctive drive level, and all of a sudden their brain kind of just clicks, and he lifts his leg, and all of a sudden Tina came walking by, and he went off on the fence, and that means that the instincts of the animal are really there. They're hardwired into the animal. He's going to grow into his real serious or not serious. He wasn't high-pitched yippee bark. He was barking because he was saying, I'm going to do my job. He was hitting the fences. And that's good. That just says he's got all the instincts and the drives of a normal Dutch Shepherd, and that's excellent. You've got to bring out. A lot of times people don't understand that the drives are there, because we already know what his dad's like. We already know what the genetics of a Dutch Shepherd are. But at the same time, you've got to wait for this stuff to kind of turn on. And when it's there, you hit that, you toggle that light switch. So think about it like being a whole line of different colors, and they're in the down position. And then when that finally starts to turn on a little bit, your job is to stimulate that, and you toggle that to the on position. If you do that in that imprint period, it'll stay with the dogs for the rest of his life. So exactly like play and pray. You get a little puppy out there. At first, they don't have any play and pray in them, and you keep playing with them, keep playing. All of a sudden, boom, the light goes on. They start chasing after that sack. You get them interested and start building that. You've just toggled that to the on position, right? So that's exactly what you've got to do. You just kind of wait for it to happen. The agility. I had nothing because they were just too young. They couldn't do it, or their bodies weren't able to do it. They hadn't lined up their synapses and everything, and their ability to be nimble. They're still clumsy little oafs. So you had to wait for that to get to a point where they start to show you they can do it, and now you kind of imprint it. I'm in that stage right now. They will get better and better, and by the time they're 16 weeks to go home, they should Diana's already doing it. Diana's within 2 days jumping over those barrels and really having a good attitude about it, right? The confidence comes in. They know what they're supposed to be doing because of pattern and routine and how you approach each one of those agility stations that I've got. And as time goes along, boom, confidence grows. They know what they're supposed to do, and they start getting really getting into it. They've got drive for it, right? They flow through everyone without hesitation and with confidence. That's what you're trying to get. So, all right, so that's enough yakking on this Saturday morning on my way out to my police scenario group. Have a good day, guys. If you're interested in DOG, you're serious, get a hold of me and start talking with me. And if you're qualified, let's get a deposit in so I can lock you in, right? You may be the one that misses him. You may be unfortunate, call me and ask me too late if I've still got the dog, and I don't, and you'll be out a very nice dog. So I'll talk to you later. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, signing off.